Okay, some stamina maybe. And what about the blood spear? Requires 6,000. So does this, by the way. And the shield? Okay, that absorbs damage. I did like that a lot, but 5 seconds. This goes for 8 seconds and this for 10 seconds. Well, the way I use it, I actually don't need it more than 5 seconds. Can I level you up? Yes. Okay, go for that as well. While all his friends and relatives expected the sad news of his death to be announced soon, Aloysius Dawson, co-founder and head of the Dawson & Dawson Company, has made an astonishing appearance at the last meeting of London City's Council Board of Health. For more than 2 hours, the supposedly dying magnate accused 3 members of the board of criminal carelessness before demanding their immediate expulsion. Supported by Lord Redgrave, the Earl of Bristow, who assisted in the meeting, Aloysius was then ordered as the new administrator of the LCCBH. The very much living magnate immediately very much living, that's a pretty way to describe it, immediately ordered the launch of his grand plan to save London, the creation of a quarantine wall around the West End to protect the more affluent districts and contain the Spanish flu in the already implicated roads. Of course, many inhabitants of the targeted districts are now protesting vigorously, arguing that their health is more than ever at risk since the case of infection can only grow in the quarantine areas. That's only because they lack the moral fiber of great men like Aloysius Dawson. Every nation, every empire we're facing with deadly perils such as the Spanish flu must make sacrifices. If it is by accepting these necessary sacrifices that the real patriot will save the empire and its inherent interests during these dark times, well, so what, all of you got sick all of a sudden? I don't see why I should even bother with this. Okay, let's go talk to Lady Ashbury. She might be disappointed. So everyone actually got sick because of that. A little bit more stamina is always nice to have.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Just because he's gonna build a wall doesn't mean that the wall is built overnight. This game has a very strange concept of time. little bit harder to kill, but not a challenge. Okay. Ashbury's match. Is she here? She's supposed to be. Ah, there she is. Okay.
Elizabeth, I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
What are you hiding? You went to the sewers. Did you speak with Harriet Jones?
Indeed, Jonathan. I seek the truth, just as you do.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
Old Dawson is now my progeny, as per the schemes and desires of Ascalon.
Jonathan, what have you done? He was a beast when human. Didn't I warn you enough what a monstrous vampire he would be?
Indeed you did. And for your advice, you have my gratitude. But I'm part of Ascalon now. I swore an oath to king and country.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
It's locked.
So she's still working on my portrait. She's a slow painter. It's been what, 4 days? Okay, what do we know about my friend? He's healthy, we don't have many tips on him. You know, I don't actually feel like researching him, so let's just go there, see what we can do.
Fear no evil. Cannot be defeated. What is else? This one of them. Remember your man. You'll pay for this, youngling. I'll kill you.
Oh, your blood is mine.
Fuck, it's fine. I'll take its head.
Almost quick.
Bloody monster!
Okay, that's all. Finally. Okay, go.
Look at it! Fish is fun! Shit, that thing!
Dead.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
Didn't even saw you there. Okay, let's kill myself.
It ain't human! Kill it! Let's pin it down! Send you to hell! Hate leeches! Trust the leeches! End to you! Fuck! He's dead! Filthy fucking bitch!
Okay. Yeah, not exactly what I wanted to do. You call this district stable? Okay, let's enter from here.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
There's a blood trail somewhere. Ah. Wait.
Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
Okay, we're going upstairs apparently. Bet it's gonna be a trap. I believe we've never been here before.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're its progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Come on, Reid. Try something else. Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Show some. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. I know! It hurts, doesn't it? I'll pin you down!
Damn it. This is kinda useless against him.
Come on, Reid. If you're so innocent, why does simple night burn you so much? Your poison, true light will cleanse you. If you're so innocent, we are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I was only reborn for a few minutes before you and your men hunted me down like a beast.
You were only reborn for a few minutes, and you'd already taken the life of an innocent woman.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now, for there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
Okay. I'm gonna toss a die here because I honestly have no idea which one I want to do. I would have spared him, alright, but turning him into a vampire seems like a good idea. So, 4, 5, and 6, he's gonna become a vampire. Okay, 6.
I'll make you a vampire. I'll make you one of us.
No! Kill me!
Prepare yourself, Hunter. You're about to be hunted, just like me.
No! No!
When I kissed my poor man goodbye, I had no idea what I was doing. But now I do. Consider this my kiss of Judas. Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
Well, I'm glad I did that because that was the best cutscene thus far. Science without consequences. The war is Fletcher's theater. That's where my friend is held. Should I heal those people? I don't think I'm gonna level up again anytime soon. Or although, actually, I think I have enough powers to just go through this game without ever having to level up. I assume there's only a little bit of it left. I mean, you just have to go there, realize that he's the one who created the disease, and find the big final boss. I honestly like the boss fight with this guy. You constantly had to be on your feet, move around, and allow him to burn you with the sunlight or whatever. Okay then. Yeah, just stay there and watch. Nothing bad going to happen. Oh. There's one of you dead. Number 2. Couldn't escape yet. Yeah, I'm gonna drain every last drop of your blood. So foolish. Okay. Is there gonna be another boss fight here?
So Priwen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Good. Now there is supposed to be a reward for me here somewhere. Okay, what do we have left? Two rivets. I can upgrade my axe. Do I need to upgrade my stake? Aluminium parts. Need 2 more of those. And what can I upgrade with? Consumption stat. Nah, it's not even worth it. Is that gonna burn me? Apparently not. Okay, I was looking for a box or something.
I cannot enter.
Okay, where to search for this guy's thing? It was a notebook. That's what we are looking for. Or more like a diary, because it's so personal for him. Okay, he's healthy. That's nice. More aluminium parts. You can see 3 of those guys there. You're not gonna engage me? Cool. Why is everything so silent? Okay, your turn. Is that gonna be exiting the theater? I don't know. Yes. Let's hope they don't respawn. That's just gonna be annoying. Mildly annoying, but annoying nonetheless. going? Or where should I go? That's where we started from. No worries, Slonsy, we'll find you. I honestly had to cut you here. Fine, we should go up then.
It's locked.
Am I missing something? And yes, this is where we fought those guys. This is the entrance to the theater.
I cannot enter.
I guess I need to find a key or something. Anything? No? Okay, as Dr. Reid would say, this is despicable. I love running around for no good reason. It's what I've been doing the entire game.
It's locked.
Yeah, of course it's locked. Where am I supposed to bloody go? Okay, let's go down. Again. What about this place? So what's this?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
That's what I've been saying the entire time I was in the theater. I mean, I can't believe I'm doing this. Why not just break the door? You have superhuman strength. Or did you forget conveniently?
I cannot enter.
Okay, let's see. How do we reach this place? We go up the stairs from here to here. Can't go this way. So let's go this way. And no, this door cannot be unlocked. Am I missing something? Okay, we entered here. Sure. McCullen's report. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal. And she's the patient zero, I bet. As painful and as dreadful as it was. My God, the woman planned to see everyone in London infected by infecting all who would come to her next play. It helped me understand greatly what is going on. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. Oh, so no. Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones. So Harriet Jones was patient zero, who has been treated as a patient for a long time at the Pembroke Hospital. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theater. Yeah, I actually tried to kill this woman before and there was no way. And now she's turned into the monstrosity that the Leech known as Jonathan Reid finally defeated. The presence of a vampire in the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I am convinced he's deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I am also convinced Swansea is the accomplice, and that the two are planning something more terrifying than anything the Guard has ever faced. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possess to get some answers. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I better send some patrols to investigate about what occurred in Pembroke Hospital.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
11/08/18. What? Oh, okay. The year is 1918. The month is... Right. It took me 2 days and... Okay, it took me 2 days to trace through the dusty registers and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did not prove fruitful for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to one present situation, a copy of William Marshall's memories. I took them with me to read more carefully. The creature, Marshall says, he fought in 1666, this disaster that aimed to destroy London. It is very similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. Disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt now that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all this, and that he is back. This could be our great accomplishment if the guard could, at last, find and destroy that old bastard. I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reid is now trying to do. Did the creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666, and Reid did the same with Doris Fletcher before becoming such a creature? I don't know, but those two are clearly work together, and Swansea is helping them. I will immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated, and for Reid, I will destroy the evil beast myself, and then we'll deal with William Marshall. This disaster thing, Pyrrhon will prevail once more. That's weird. So the great disaster is something that happened long ago. Did someone try to experiment again? Or did William Marshall accidentally unleashed a different plague? I hope it's a coincidence. If it's not, then the story's gonna get very stupid.
It's locked.
Still looking for that notebook. Here to try again? I'd be delighted. Okay, next.
It's locked.
Pinned note. Until further notice, this safe will be used to store sensitive evidence. It must always be locked. If you need to access this, just find me on the last floor to get the key. Bloody remember to bring it back to me when you're done.
I should find the key to that box.
The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stowe finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I lack the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose, the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eyes of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against the evil creature, the Deus Astral, the eater of stars, who only wished to spend death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request by bearing desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, the ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for my blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is receive the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me, pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote, but if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready.
Blood of a pure heart. God.
To endure this excruciating pain.
Blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Because King Arthur was real in this world.
It's locked, all right.
Now I have no doubt that the blood of a king might actually be useful in this game, mostly because it's all about blood. And if you know kingship and inheritance law and stuff like that, you know that Britain has a proud tradition of incest, and that's actually all around Europe. Oh, hello. Are you using a silencer on a shotgun?
I have it. I can now open the box.
Sorry, Rodney. It had to be done. And since I was here before, I can tell you that that's absolute nonsense. He wasn't there before. But I guess he spawned the second I actually read the note. Like in real life, you know. Things don't exist unless you know about it. That's why no one was able to capture the Mafia so long. They didn't exist. Because they didn't have a name.
I cannot enter. I really don't know if I should read this.
I will not.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession? Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. history paints the story, he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum?
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I made a mistake. But what is science if not trial and error? We both know it, Jonathan, we both know it.
What a poor justification for your morbid fascination and thirst for glory.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
Hint failed. Huh. You say so. Why do I need to speak with Lady Ashbury? I know what I need to do. So, here's what I think has happened. Long ago, Lady Ashbury was sick with range, maybe rabies or whatever. And that's where the first disaster happened. And then she was healed by William Marshall. She had to be a vampire before that, so she became a skull. Figured with range and vengeance or whatever it was.
Return at a more convenient time. So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Honestly, you don't need to.
See them fancy clothes? This one's the top!
Fuck, it's blind! Filthy fucking beast!
Right. So she became a skull, whoever made her. She did say it was William Marshall that made her. Maybe it wasn't him.
Stay stupid!
Trying to figure it out, this mystery. It's the charm of mysteries, actually. Figure it out before the answer is actually given to you.
Got up like Hitler!
Maybe she lied that William Marshall created her. But did she say it was William Marshall who created her? I have the feeling that she did, but I don't remember when did she say that.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your enemy.
Wait! No! Elizabeth!
Where's my portrait? The Blood Knight tragedy. Oh, I'll take a look at that. Oh, her reaction does confirm my theory. It's very convoluted and tied up, but if it's the same thing as I think it is, then bravo me. Only a few of us remain. After the shock of the Great Hunt, I was one of them. I remember how the sudden attack of the enemy caught us all by surprise. Blood was shed during those few nights. Some of us who survived chose to exile. I don't blame them, but I regret their lack of fortitude. For this courage we need to protect the interest of the Vampire. Courage we need to defend the vows we stand for. May we all remember that William Marshall himself never lowered his head. My beloved Maker may be long gone now, but his presence is still among us. We keep a few drops of his sacred blood to remind us what we are and what we seek: honor, purity, and excellence. I had the privilege of speaking with the knight many times as his progeny and as his friend. He spoke to me of the tear of angels, the holy beverage supported to appease the inexhaustible hunger we all feel, that he never ceased to search. Even knowing if such artifact exists, I admire his tendency. If it is this tendency, this indefensible belief in something bigger than us, that will make us survive any future great hunt launched by our enemy, Ascalon will be rebuilt always, for it is an idea from the law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, the founder. We need the blood of this ancient vampire.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
So we need to guard the ingredients. It shouldn't be too hard, but I think I'm going to end this episode here. And next time we're gonna go and search for the rest of them. Well, for them, not the rest of them. So anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.